Here we are in section 3.1 exercises, part A. So we're still in a section on solving. So we've got to get x by itself. Numbers 22 through 29. Number 22. 5x plus 3 minus 7x equals 15. Well, the x's aren't together. We got to combine these two things together so that we can then peel off x's, everything but the x's. 5x minus 7x is a negative 2x plus a 3 equals 15. Okay, now we've got the x together. That's great. How do we get rid of the stuff here? Oh, we can get rid of a plus 3 with a minus 3. Make sure we do it to both sides, and so that will cancel, and we end up with negative 2x equals, what's on the other side of the equal sign? 15 minus 3 is 12. How do we get rid of that minus 2? By adding 2? Nope, this is multiplication to the x. So we divide by that negative 2, divide by that negative 2, and we end up, when that cancels, x equals 12 divided by a negative 2 is a negative 6. Let's double check our answer. And there we have it, number 22, x equals negative 6. Number 23. Similar equation here, 3x minus 9 plus 2x equals a negative 3. We've got to get those x's together before we can solve. So combine these two x's together, we know what that is. 5x minus 9 equals a negative 3. Now we've got to get rid of this negative 9 and that 5. And how do we do it? Well, the opposite of minus 9 is plus 9. So we do a plus 9 to both sides. These guys go away. Negative 9 plus 9 is 0. It's gone. On this side we have 5x equals negative 3 plus 9 is 6. Now how do we get rid of that 5? Well, it is multiplying, so we divide by 5. Divide by 5. And they are gone. 5 divided by 5 is 1. And so we have left x equals 6/5. You could put that into your calculator and write it as 1.2 or 1 1/5. Let's check our answer. X equals 6/5 or 1.2. Good. Number 24, 0.3p plus 5 equals 19. Well, the p is just in one location, so we can start getting rid of stuff. What's the opposite of plus 5? Minus 5. So we're left with 0.3p equals 14. Now we have to get rid of that 0.3. How do we get rid of it? It's multiplying, so we divide by 0.3. Divide by 0.3. And we are left with p equals, I'm going to stick that one in a calculator. Let's see what it is. 14 divided by 0.3 equals, 46.666666 forever. I'll do a 6 and a 7 there. But you could put a line over the 6 if you wanted to. 46.6. That's pretty specific for an answer. I like that one as well. Let's see what the answer book has. 46.6 with a bar over it. Good. Number 25. Here we have negative r plus 9 equals a negative 15. We have to get rid of that plus 9. We do that with a minus 9. Minus 9, and we're left with minus r equals negative 15 minus 9. They're both negatives, so they both go into that negative direction, and we get negative 24. The r isn't yet by itself. We still have to divide by negative 1. Now we do that, r divided by 1, that'll just be r, that's good. But these negatives now will cancel. Negative divided by a negative is a positive, so we get positive r. That's how we get rid of those negatives. Equals negative 24 divided by negative 1 is positive 24. Let's double check that answer. R equals 24. Good. Number 26. We have 4f plus 9 equals 9. Well, we're trying to get f by itself, so what's on the same side? Right here. Subtract that 9, and we get 4f equals 9 minus 9 is 0. And how do we get that timesing by 4 gone? Well, we divide by 4. And when those are canceled, we get f equals 0 divided by 4 is 0. Good. Let's check our answer. F equals 0. Number 27. Oh, this looks like a little bit bigger of a problem. Let's see what we have here. We're trying to get x by itself. It times by 2, adds 3, and then all divides by 5. We can do that. We can undo the times by 2, add 3, divide by 5. What's the opposite of divide by 5? Times by 5. And we do that to both sides. Times by 5 divided by 5 goes away. That cancels to 1. So we're left with 2x plus 3 equals 11 times 5 is 55. Good. How do we get rid of the plus 3? With a minus 3. And we're left with 2x equals 55 minus 3 is 52. How do we undo the times by 2? Well, what's the opposite of times 2? Divide by 2. Divide by 2, divide by 2, and the timesing 2 and divide by 2, poof, gone. We get x equals 52 divided by 2 is 26. Let's check our answer on that one. X equals 26. Number 28. T plus 4t minus 7 equals 17. Well, we got to get all these t's together first. 4t, 5t, 6t. They're like little ones in front of those. So 1 plus 4, that's 6t minus 7 equals 17. Alrighty. Can we get rid of some stuff? Yeah. What's the opposite of minus 7? Well, that's a plus 7. So plus 7 to both sides, and this guy goes away. We now have 6t equals 17 plus 7 is a 24. 6t equals 24. Divide by 6 on both sides. That'll be the opposite of the times by 6, and we end up with t equals 4. Okay, what is the answer as it is in the back? Good, right there. And the last one, 29. This looks like a pretty big one. Yeah, look at all those that got attached to it. Now we're trying to get x by itself. Let's not lose sight of it. We can do this. The first thing it does is times by 5. Then it subtracts 8. Then we take the 5x minus 8, all divides by 6. Then that whole thing adds 7. Then that result gets times by 3. Then that result has it subtracted 3 equals to 18. So let's go in reverse order. We can do this one. What's the opposite of minus 3? Plus 3. And that goes away. Add 3 over here, and we get what's left there, 3 parentheses 5x minus 8 over 6 plus 7 equals 21. Okay, good. Now how do we undo this timesing by 3? We divide by 3. And that guy's now gone, and we have a much smaller problem than we started with. 5x minus 8 over 6 plus 7 equals, and on the other side of the equal sign, we have 21 divided by 3 is 7. Where did the parentheses go? We don't need it anymore because that 3 got divided off, so we just have what's left equals 7. Alrighty, now how do we get rid of this plus 7? Well, we subtract 7. And it's gone. And we're left with a much smaller equation. 5x minus 8 over 6 equals 7 minus 7 is 0. Great. Now let's times both sides by 6. Why would we do that? To undo this divided by 6. And when we do that, it just cancels. It's gone. It peels it off. And we're left with a much smaller equation. Let's write it up over here. 5x minus 8 equals, what's 6 times 0? 0. Good. How do we get rid of this minus 8? Well, we add 8 to both sides. And then we have 5x equals 0 plus 8 is 8. And then one last step. How do we get rid of that timesing by 5? We divide by 5. Divide by 5. And we are left with x equals 8/5, or If you punch that into your calculator, 8 divided by 5, we get 1.6. Either one of those is fine. But that's what we've done. We've tried to get x by itself by peeling off everything from the outside in until we get down to x by itself. Let's double check that answer. And there we have it, number 29, x equals 8/5. Good.